I am the way, the truth, and the life.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome. Today we're going to talk about fear. Do you know the opposite of faith is fear? And Jesus said, I don't give you a spirit of fear. And people wondering what is fear, where does it come from, what's going on with fear, and so on and so forth. Fear is a spirit. I was telling people everything is spiritual. As long as I say faith is the thing that you hear from, and that's a build your faith. For example, if you want to be strong and motivated, you gotta hear somebody who tell you you're strong. You have to believe in yourself. You gotta be able to do this and so on and so forth. So basically, they build that momentum inside of you. So once you build that momentum inside of you, you to that voice, you become one to that voice, and then that same spirit that the voice said, you align to that spirit, and next thing you know, that spirit becoming you, and next thing you know, you become able to have faith and because to achieve whatever it is. That's what the Bible says. Read the Bible day and night. So because when you read the Bible, you're able to listen to the voice of God with the Spirit of God, and then your spirit gonna be aligned to it, and then the Spirit of God gonna be able to move through you, and next thing you know, you're gonna have faith, and then next thing you know, you're gonna change, and next thing you're gonna move differently because the Spirit of God builds your faith, which is different from fear. The fear is also people. The fear is a lack of whatever it is. For example, you fear to lose your job. The example, if you lose your job, is the lack of money. You want lack of money. So basically, if you fear to lose your job, that means you feel your fear is gonna be the lack of money to pay your bill, to do your daily basis activity. So what happened? So this is the thing. I tell people that the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. This is according to Proverb 1. So basically, it tells you the fear of the Lord. The fear of God is that is mean that if you fear of God because you don't want to be lack of His presence. In lack of His presence, you know what it is? It's total darkness, it's suffering, it is hell. So basically, that's why God said, I put my fear on you so you can be able to come to me to worship me, because the reason you fear me because you don't want to be lack of my presence, lack of my protection, lack of my love, lack of my success, lack of my power, and so on and so forth. And that's the reason why people fear the Lord. But you're gonna talk about different fear. They got the fear of the Lord, the fear of the devil. So today we're going to talk about focus only on fear. We're not going to focus on the fear of the Lord. Fear of the Lord, focus on the devil, fear of the devil. We're going to answer that end of the topic. So fear comes from on the lack of. So basically, that's why most people, when they fear, the first thing they do, they see their body shaking, their eyes swelling, and they see all kind of body positivity and body activity that's accumulated to that fear inside of them. So basically, that's why I tell people, once you fear something, that's where you lack of it, or another way, you don't want to miss out, or you don't want to take form from you. For example, you fear that if you leave your home, you're not gonna be able to see your kids, you're not gonna be able to see your family, or you're gonna be able to have the same life you have to. And people still have a fear to travel because they don't know what's gonna happen, and then what kind of meeting they're gonna do, and kind of trouble they're gonna go do ahead of her. So fear is that your lack of something, or on the part is that you're expecting the worst or the bad thing. So the other side of it is expecting the worst. So basically, when you're expecting the worst, it seems like nothing good gonna happen. So basically, because nothing good gonna happen, and people don't want to have the bad thing happen to them, so they feel like they're not gonna do it. So that's the fear they put in them. For example, when your parents, you tell your kids, if you fail school, you're not gonna be able to have your video game, you're not gonna be able to have your PlayStation, you're not gonna be able to have your tablet, so on and so forth. So basically, when they are expecting not having tablet, which is a bad thing, so you'll be able to play, to be able to have fun, but they don't know that if they don't have the tablet, they still live, they can play. So since they fear that they're not gonna use the tablet or their iPad or their phone or their video game, so they feel like they don't have no life, they feel like they have no more activity, they feel like they can have fun. So basically, when you put that fear in them, so basically they are able to adapt, and they're able to listen. So because they are scared, or they have the scarcity of losing, or the scarcity the bad thing gonna happen to them. So that's why people have fear, because they are scared of losing, or they're scared of bad thing gonna happen to them, or their lack of something. So there's three reasons why people fear. And I always tell people, the biggest and the only fear you're gonna have, you need in the fear of the Lord, is gonna be the next topic. And then the fear of the Lord is the one that's gonna give you wisdom. The other fear give you tremble, others fear give you headache, other fear give you weariness, other fear give you disease, other fear give you a reaction that you're not supposed to do. But the fear of the Lord is different. If you like my video, thumbs up, subscribe, someone.